All right, well, here we are at the United States Postal Service because, as I said in the video that I recorded this morning, I didn't even make a good attempt at getting things out to the mail. Had to do one of those things I hate and have an interaction with another human being. That wasn't fun. It was fine. It was just we were waiting on each other to get out of the way so we could get our cars in the parking lot. Anyway, I didn't get anywhere close to getting anything out to the mail this morning, so I had to go to the post office. I have been just absolutely killing it in the death pile. I'll see if I can find that video. I made a video of here's the death pile, and my death pile's like 16 feet long, 8 foot wide, and probably 6 or 8 feet tall. Like stacks and stacks and stacks of boxes of books and totes of clothes, mostly. And then there's a handful of video game stuff too that I finally did find. It was in the bottom middle. Like I was like half looking for something that I was like, I know I've got this somewhere, and I was going to use it for personal use. Turns out it was a cordless controller in it. I didn't have the dongle for it, so it didn't matter. But anyway, I've been just absolutely destroying the death pile. And so I went to the post office. I have the back way full of things to donate. So I'm going to drop these off at this Goodwill, and then I'm going to go in and shop at Goodwill. And I think for me, it's kind of silly to just drop things off at Goodwill, the one you shop at, when you do what I do, because I'm going to see that stuff and be like, I'm going to have to sort through it one way or the other. Like, I'm going to see it on the shelf because I look at everything. So it's going to be one more thing that I'm going to have to decide to buy or not when it's something that I donated. Anyway, let's hit in this Goodwill and see if we can't make some money. Do a lot better than we did the last time we were at Goodwill, where we did not make a bunch of money. So here we are, local Goodwill. Let's see if we do any good. Boy, if I was still the type to flip furniture, $75. I'm gonna guess these are Stanley. They don't seem to be marked unless the drawers are out of order. Now these drawers, Kohler is really good. Yeah, I think these drawers are upside down because this should be the signature drawer. And then those would be boxes, not H's, to match this one with the box. So in case you were curious, this is where the signature should always be on custom or high quality furniture. So for 75 and 50, you'd be in 125 for this bedroom set. That would be $400 or $500 probably. I live close enough to Chicago and Indianapolis and St. Louis that I used to advertise delivery to those places on really high-end furniture. And then, you get 4 or 5, you make $1,000 on a day trip. And that's still, like, not a bad idea. I'm too old and grizzled and don't care enough to make it happen. eBay tends to be fairly effortless. Like, you put in a little bit of effort on a lot of bit of stuff. But flipping furniture takes a lot of effort. You have to coordinate with people and deal with people in person. I've already said that I'm not a big fan of doing that in this video. And yeah, I'm not finding much right off the bat to even look at to flip. So, see how this trip goes, but it's 5 o'clock on Tuesday, so this is probably not a great time to be here. I haven't touched this yet. Here's hoping it's something you guys can see it. I can't. $10. Oh, it's computer speakers. Boo. This $5. My mom had these growing up, and it's pretty cool. I don't know if it's worth anything though. I didn't realize it was supposed to have a bulb in the bottom of it. Man, These shelves are pretty bare. Not a great looking Yoda, and it's been washed. I try not to buy plush. Its hair is matted like that. Thing-a-ding-dings. That's neat. Hasbro House. It isn't called Hasbro House. It's Hasbro in a house. So I call it Hasbro House because it's vintage signal. This has more, this is old school OG Mr. Potato Head because he has legs. The OG Mr. Potato Head had legs. This is a mess of not the right parts. Like, some of these are thing-a-ding parts. Some of the, like, that's thing-a-ding. This is Mr. Potato Head. That's Mr. Potato Head. This has nothing to do with any of it. I don't know. I was wrong. That does have something to do with it. Bunch of old cars, but it's, A, it's not a bunch. B, they're not old. And C, that, like, that's a race car, but none of them are really cars. This might be worth getting. That's Genuine Diego, and it's a pretty good sized lot. I doubt the animals are part of it, but it's only $5. So that's something that's at least finally something worth comping. There's a couple of other things. I was like, ooh, Lego, but it's empty. Here's some baby toys. These are a small pile of, I was gonna say cars, but again, not cars. That's just too much of a generic mix of crap that I don't think there's anything worth anything in there. Let's look at this. My kids would have a blast with that. And at $9. So here's the cart so far. Let's see if any of it stays. And I missed the familiar sound of carts coming out of the back. They were closed carts, so I'm gonna head up here and look. Okay, so I'm not at all familiar with Chase 54, and it's $6, but there's one sold for $30 pre-owned in this same size, and there are none listed. And as a brand, it has about a 50% sell-through rate, and this is the highest. That is the $30 for that one is the highest used one that has sold, and it is a really cool pattern. I would not wear it, but I can understand why this would be popular and cool. This is crazy. This is a Steelers, and it's new with tag, Sports Illustrated windbreaker, and they got it for $15. If it was $6 or $7, I'd buy it, but at that price, that's just not worth picking up. Again, chaps, new with tag, $10. It's not. This shirt is funny, but it isn't licensed, and it isn't really relevant anymore, praise God. And at $5 a piece, this is Chris Bryant, Rookie of the Year, League MVP, and Lester, I can't remember his first name, he was the pitcher. But at $5 a piece, and players that don't play for them anymore, it's just not worth picking them up. North Face, $7 for just a North Face t-shirt. It's to the point where, like, I don't buy many clothes anymore. So I went through nearly every shirt in my place. This Dude Perfect small shirt, tour shirt, is the only thing other than that one that I found worth messing with, and it's probably gonna stay at home. So this is Rogue, and it's a men's medium, and there are only 7 listed, and there are 81 sold. So this is a workout brand, so I'm gonna keep an eye out for that because it's got a tremendous sell-through rate. So even at $5, if I sell it for 15 plus shipping, it'll sell super fast, and so it's worth it rather than assuming I'm gonna sell it for 15 in 2 years. How about this DC brand? That is an old brand, always made in the US, always Western wear. That is cool, but it's pretty little. And I would probably list it for $12.99. It would take a long time to sell. Literally among the last shirts I was about to pull, this Mitchell & Ness Larry Bird jersey. Probably not old, but for $5. It's a cool and unique piece, at least to comp. I can't imagine that it's not worth picking up for $5. Okay, so I'm looking at this for a while. It's only $5. And I don't think the animals are worth anything. But there's, you know, 2, 3 Diego figures. There's a Diego, like, marked dog under here. You can kind of just barely see him. But I'm like, but I can't find even out what this is for sure. Like, it has the net on the side. It's a blue truck. And then I'm like, well, just give me an excuse to not buy it so I can just move on. And I'm pretty sure, like, you can see this lip right here. Pretty sure it's missing a door that's supposed to close into that spot. And so I think for that reason I'm going to put it back, because I don't want to try to sell it. I don't want to sit here anymore looking for it and decide whether or not it's worth buying, and I don't want to buy it if it's broken. But this Nerf thing is $9, and it's supposed to have 6 discs. I think each of these bags has, like, this one has 8, this one has even more. It probably has 10. All right, so there's another not very successful Goodwill trip. Some decent stuff, but it's just not the time to be successful. You should go during the day. It doesn't have to be first thing when they open. I think it's a dumb idea to break the door down, because what you want is the freshest inventory. So the employees will go in. Inevitably around here, there'll be donations dumped overnight. They bring those in, and then they sort them and start putting things on carts that got priced and organized yesterday. And so then they will put those on carts, and that takes like an hour. So ours open at 9 a.m. So I don't normally go in until 10:30. But there are a lot of people there all day long. So if you don't go until... And they bring out new carts all day, almost all day. But if you don't go until after lunch, till, you know, mid-afternoon, 2, 3, you're probably most everything that's going to come out has come out and been picked over already. So the last couple of times I've been in Goodwill, it's just been an exercise in futility, just to make content and see if I happen to find anything. But that's my strategy to do well at Goodwill, is show up early and stay for a long time, so you get to see a lot of carts come out. These last couple videos have just kind of been for fun. Thanks for watching, commenting, subscribing, and all the things that you do. We'll see you later.